Hey, how's it going? Checking in with updates for today, and I'm knocking off early today. It's only just gone 3 o'clock. My kids will be back from school soon, and we're going climbing. It's my son's birthday at the weekend, so this is a little party. And but it's been a busy day. It's been a very speaky kind of day again. I had a 90-minute session on strengths and character building this morning with a group from Nestle, which it was interesting because it went very well. It was interesting because it's essentially the same session that we delivered to another group on Tuesday through Gen Healthy Minds, but about an hour shorter. And I think the group that we worked with on Tuesday was also harder to really get that engagement. They were great when we got them going, got them talking, but it's harder to get the engagement going in the first place. And it felt like we didn't really need all of the time that we had. Today, possibly could have done with another 10, 15 minutes towards the end, but actually the session itself, it flew by. 90 minutes went by in a flash. And I think there was probably more impactful with a shorter session compared with the longer one. I always find that interesting. I'm pretty sure we had it exactly. We might have chopped a little bit of the content out from the longer session, but I'm a big fan of the shorter sort of 90 minutes tops sessions. I think it's something called the ultradian rhythm. 90 minutes. We sort of work in 90 minutes, not just with our sleep cycles through the night, but also during the day as well. Anyway, so after that, I had a meeting with Mike from Gen Healthy Minds, and we talked a little bit about some of the upcoming sessions that we've got. So getting a bit more clarity on that as well. And there's a load of really good stuff coming up into the future, and some pictures that we're putting together as well for some what would be really nice big pieces of work that would be a minimum 2 years of delivery with the next intake, the next cohort of apprentices for this particular company. So some really exciting things happening there. And I spent an hour or so this afternoon, late morning, early afternoon, mainly this afternoon, doing what I kind of set out to do yesterday, which was to get really, really centered on, right, what have I got coming up? What do I need to do for it? Because I was feeling a little bit out of control, like there was all these things happening, and I'm getting confused with if this, I got that, what do I need to produce? And what I don't want to do is to get to a few days before and realize, I've got to create a new session or bring too much new stuff into an existing session. So I feel so much more centered now. One of the projects that we've got, which is through Camwell, is a session on, it's called Fit for Business. But it's not just a presentation, which I'm doing. I think it's in July, first and second week in July, perhaps. But they've also asked for a couple of physical micro workouts, which I'm going to film bespoke for them, and also a 10-ish, hope it's ish because I just recorded it, minute session on motivation. So an actually recorded sort of foundational session on motivation. And I really like this idea of a sort of wraparound content to a session. So I've done this with my Salesforce team that I've worked with as well, where we've got the actual session itself, but then we've got the online program, we've got follow-up content as well. So it brings it into more of a program rather than just that one-off. And I know most of the sessions I'm doing through Gen Healthy Minds, that's kind of what we're doing as well. And I think it works very, very well. So I was quite happy to do this 10-minute motivation session, and it really focused my attention on, right, what would I bring into 10 minutes? I haven't checked yet. I've literally just finished filming it. I think it might have been a little bit over 10 minutes, maybe 12 or 13. So hopefully that's going to be satisfactory because there's some good stuff in there. Trying to get that balance when it's a short session like that between using notes but not reading from the notes. So I've got my notes next to me and I don't want to be like, okay, next thing, I was just going to talk about that. But they're there and I'm referring to them to make sure that I'm staying on point and I'm covering everything that I need. If I don't have those notes, there's much more of a risk that I'll end up coming back to something and then go, forget something and go back to it again, or just ignore it and miss it out completely. So I've got to watch that recording back. Hopefully it will be okay. But I think there's some good content in there. It's only 10 minutes, but there's some practical tools that people can use. So that's pretty much it. I'm going into a busy week, a busy start to a couple of weeks of presenting actually from next week. Monday and Tuesday, I'm not actually presenting. So it really kicks in on the 23rd. Actually, no, sorry, the Tuesday I am presenting. The Monday, I'm clear. 2 sessions on the Tuesday, 3 sessions on the Wednesday, which is fine. And then I think 1 on the Thursday, 1 on the Friday. So busy week. I'm feeling much more prepared for it now. And I know that I've got that Monday as well, which I can use to just finish off any other bits that still need to be finalised, and I know there will be. But there's my update for today. Oh, I went to the PSA meeting last night as well. I don't think I mentioned that. I mentioned I was going, but I went to it. It was a good meeting. I've been to better, been to worse, so it was kind of in the middle there. As always, took some good bits and bobs away, and also it's about the networking as much as anything as well. And I definitely want to be doing more PSA meetings. I've got to really commit to that, and hopefully from August, September time, we'll be going back to face-to-face, which is down in Reading. So it does take a bigger chunk out of the day, but they're so valuable to be able to go and do those face-to-face sessions as well. But then, I really am done now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.